So I think I'm bullish about crypto and the overall market again, and I need to tell you why. Basically, all we've seen this summer is the exact opposite of last summer. Basically, last year was great. Everything was going up and to the right. You were printing money. You could just mint and print anything you did in NFTs, and crypto was gonna go up in price. The stock market saw all-time highs. The real estate market was even hotter, but that's not exactly how things are right now. We have some crazy inflation data. We have some wars going on in Europe, especially in Ukraine. We've seen a drastic pullback in the market in 2022, but I do think we're coming to a bottom. I'm gonna tell you every reason why I'm bullish. I'm gonna show you all the data. So let's get right into the video. So as always, as we dive into this, I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't know anything that's gonna happen, but I wanna just read the data and tell you why I'm personally bullish. While I do that, it would be awesome if you guys could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The number one thing that I need you to understand in this entire video is this segment right here. Historically, every single time the Fed has U-turned, that has marked a bottom of the market. What do I mean by the Fed U-turning? So basically, this is in the United States, we're talking about the Federal Reserve. Right now, we're talking about the head, chairman, Jerome Powell. Basically, U-turning from whatever they're doing currently that they thought was necessary to fix the market. Currently, what the Fed is focused on is combating inflation by rapidly increasing rates. But at the most recent Fed meeting, we actually heard some really good news. It is what it seems is that the Fed believes that what they've done so far is starting to work. A lot of what the Fed does lags in terms of the market, but the market is very smart, it's very efficient, and it seems that they're already pricing in the change. Basically, what the Fed and Jerome Powell said in the last meeting is the data shows that what they're doing is working. We don't have an August Fed meeting. The next one's actually not till September 21st, but a big date is next Wednesday, August 10th, where we get our next CPI reading. CPI basically is showing what the inflation rate is, and we're gonna see year over year and month over month. The market's expecting only a 0.2% month over month increase in inflation, which is only annualized to 2.5% or 2.4%, which is actually really good. One thing to know, and the reason I'm talking about like the stock market, the Fed so much, is because the crypto market overall is almost perfectly correlated with the QQQ or NASDAQ in the traditional markets. I know we all thought that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana were all gonna be a hedge against the current markets, all that type of stuff, but it just seems that we're very highly correlated to tech stocks. I'm trying to put this video out as soon as I can, but at the time of recording, the QQQ, which is NASDAQ, is only sitting at 317. I see that as a key support. It's actually acted as a line of resistance recently, but I do think that if we break that, it has all the way upside to like 378 is the target that my boy Meet Kevin. A lot of this data, check out Meet Kevin's channel in the description below. I got a lot of my stuff. Anything from the traditional stock market is typically from Meet Kevin, so shout out to my guy. So what can we expect? For a lot of major investors, this is actually a trigger to start putting some cash back into the market. Some of the biggest movers like tech stocks and crypto have taken the biggest hit because they're the more risk on assets. So is this an exact bottom? I'm not sure, but we have seen a 30% retracement from all-time highs. This doesn't mean it's going to be a V-shaped recovery, right? Like if we do a chart, it's not going to be, oh, this is the bottom, things are going to go directly up right away. This could be a long, slow, drawn out, this is the bottom, right? And we're just sitting on it. We don't know exactly how long we're going to be here and when we're going to get our money to go up. One key quote that we got from Jerome Powell that's really making me bullish is this one right here from the last meeting. Powell said it will be appropriate in the near-term future to start reducing the pace of rate hikes. Basically, the Fed's realizing we've done enough, we've done our job, it's time to slow down. That said, we really have to pay attention to that August 10th CPI print because that's really going to kind of determine if it's a bad print, this all means nothing. Another thing that the market might price in is the fact that in a percent, right, we're just talking about a percentage basis, the year over year inflation is bound to go down because it's going up so drastically. At some point, when you're referring to a year ago when it was super high, it's gonna have to go down like in comparison because it's not gonna exponentially keep going up. Let's talk about some of the risks. So we did just get our official second quarter in a row of negative GDP, officially putting us in a recession. This could lead to consumers getting scared and spending less money, which is obviously bad for the overall economy. The other biggest downside is if we get a bad CPI print on the 10th, we don't have another Fed meeting till September, so it could be in for some blood. I do think if we get a solid CPI print on August 10th, that the market has a good chance of rallying with some relief. So what's my plan? Basically, I'm not here to try to catch an exact bottom of the market. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I bought the very lowest day of the year. I just want to get myself back in the market. I want to be buying crypto now. I want to be buying Solana. I want to be buying Ethereum, and I want to be buying Bitcoin. Ideally, we're going to be buying on red days, right? Trying to dollar cost average and gain more of the assets that we want. But I want my money in working for me because I do think no matter how long I think this bottom is, because I don't know exactly when it's going to turn around from being a bottom to going up, I just want my money in working for me. Again, the CPI print is going to tell us a ton, so be sure to know what's going on there on August 10th. And I appreciate you for checking out the video.